Hello everyone, welcome to the 6th episode of Modeling Mocs. Earlier this week, Duckbricks, the LEGO YouTuber who has a love for Bionicle, has announced the latest addition to the ongoing Bionicle Fanon contest, a series where Bionicle fans enter in fan-made models of characters or creatures that were in older novels but were never given a physical form. From its first run in May with the Toa Tuyet contest, to the Dinosaurs of Botamagna contest held in July just a few months ago. And now, our current contest is on the Dark Hunter Lariska. She first appeared in the Bionicle novels, such as Bionicle Adventures No. 10 Time Trap, and in Bionicle Legends 4 Legacy of Evil. According to Biosector 01, the Bionicle wiki, Lariska is tough and cynical. She is a lumber being clad in dark teal armor and the size of a Toa. Her left arm is completely mechanical after being punished by the Shadow One. Although she is able to wear and use Kenobi like the rest of her species, she chooses not to do so. Lariska is incredibly fast and agile and can perform outstanding acrobatic maneuvers. She does not like to rest, preferring to move around. She has been known to spontaneously start doing somersaults and backflips. She can be very quiet when hunting, and she has senses so acute that she was able to detect Toa Nadiki when he was using his stealth Kenobi. The Shadow One has noted that Lariska is a dark hunter whom the other hunters fear. He cited this fact when he asked Lariska to run the organization in his absence. Now, from what I was told, Lariska was a Rudaka species, although this was never confirmed and she was the only one of her species ever mentioned in the story. And I didn't do enough research till I already built the Rudaka version. I may make an additional head, have like a choose A or B thing. Anyways, I gave her a standard Anika torso. Now I know Anika torsos are very copy and paste sorts of builds, but personally I do like the simplicity of some builds. Yeah, complex builds are more aesthetic looking and more pleasing to the eye, but I would like something that I myself could actually build out of spare parts and not go full Hero Factory CCBS. For her mech arm, I used a Bionicle engine piece like I did for the Toa Tuyet model. I made this one look a little bit more articulated, and I put some CCBS pieces. Throughout my previous builds, you can probably guess that I really do like using CCBS. I like using CCBS pieces because, well, it is kind of simpler and easier for not just me, but also beginners who are trying to piece together new and old parts. And I think it works very well, especially with the Hero Factory upper armor on her bicep. So for her hand, I gave her more Bionicle claw hands. You can see here the pieces that were used in Bionicle G2, like with the skull spiders, and for her thumb I used a gray version of the Core Hunter claws that came in that set for Hero Factory. For her daggers, because it is said that she often uses throwing daggers, often laced with poison, so I used pieces from Season 4 of LEGO Ninjago. I remember when that came out, they had the Jade Blades that I really thought were going to be more intuitive to the story, but that's just like a get out of jail free card that they just used and never really went into more depth. But they were a cool Lego piece. They were a cool possible weapon that never really turned out to be worth much anyways. But couple that with a lightsaber hilt, and that makes a really good dagger for Bionicle builds. So I gave her about 6 of those, 2 on each hip. And then there are 2 that are connected with her torso, which you could use it as like hidden blades or something. Like she's armed to the teeth or something. But after I thought about it, I just stuck it there for just sort of like aesthetic pleasing. Like there's a little bit of like poison coursing through her or something. I don't know. Just ripping at this point. Her main weapons I call acid blades. They're essentially Galu blades from the 2008 Glatorian Legends line of Bionicle. And believe it or not, this is actually just like this is a nod to like one of the many prizes that you can get from this contest. I believe Chris from Duckbricks, he's the head honcho over there. He said that there will be 42 prizes, including custom resin printed Bionicle eye stalks for both G1 and G2 figures, a custom resin printed dual colored blade of Galu. So yeah, that's where I got the inspiration for her main weapon. As you can see, there's a pretty dominant color scheme with her. There's her teal armor. Well, it's supposed to be teal, but Studio doesn't really have that as a color, so I just settled on dark turquoise, which I really think works. It's very nice. It's stealthy. It's not stealthy. I don't know a word for it. It's just nice, and I like it. I used a Rudaka head, as you can obviously see. Like I said before, I thought she was like a Rudaka species. I always heard she was like a Rudaka species. In the renders, I gave her glowing green eyes, those little mech arm clips. I'll show a picture of it on screen now. I don't know if those actually come in those colors, but you can always like find someone with like a resin printer and send them a file of like, hey, I need this in like a transparent green color. Do you think you can do that? Oh yeah, sure, I can do that, no problem. You may even be able to ask Chris if he could make those and sell them on his shop. I don't know. Did I just do an advertisement for that dude? Anyway. I used like the original Hero Factory Hero Foot build. I filled in the gaps with like those axle pin connectors things. Yeah, I think that's sort of like it gives me sort of like a heels vibe, like wearing high heels. Not literally wearing high heels because it's almost flat-footed, but you know what I mean. I hope you do, anyways. But yeah, most of her armor, especially on her shins and the back of her right arm, was that piece that I think was used in the Borox Lego set of 2008. I know for sure it was in the 2016 Bionicle Generation 2 redesign of Golly when she was like in her Uniter form. I know that was on her right shoulder and her left thigh, I believe. And that about covers it. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Mocs Mocs. If you're new to the channel, check out my playlist on this series. I should have it where the eye pops up in the little corner, or you could just wait till the end of the video and it'll be on the suggested video and playlist screen. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and comment down below. And I don't think I've said this in any of my other entry videos, like with my Toa 2 yet, and then my Turning Dinosaurs into Bionicles Part 1, where I entered the Dilophosaurus and the Pyronic Raptoid into the large and small categories of that contest. I don't think I ever mentioned it, but I would like to wish everyone good luck who is entering into a contest, and may the best builder win. And with that, I end the transmission now.
Game over.